pitcher is encouraged to keep looking for improvement.
Oh, I hate this shit, man. Lose the view. All you wanna be for a lot of hard work and a lot of tenacity. I know you can do it. Do it. Do it.
Total mastery of a skill requires continual refinement.
Just a couple of miles from the Capitol building at beautiful Nationals Park in our nation's capital. Tonight, game 2 of this 3-game series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Washington Nationals. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next, number 1 is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Nationals. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, man, this is one of the game's all-time best pitchers. Over 300 career wins, and he's been doing his thing for a long time. It'll be interesting to see if he can continue that solid work in this one today, Matt.
So, guys, these Nationals, as they enter play here tonight, fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
Yeah, Matty B. Hey, D-Row, talk about a team that's scuffling right now. I had a chance to talk to the manager before the game. He's not happy. The players aren't happy.
Yeah, and just a malaise has kind of come over this clubhouse. We had a chance, like he said, to walk through it a little bit. The boys are not jumping around. This is a big game today.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, and the leadoff man is gone to start the evening. Now a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, I'm excited to see if that man in the 6th spot can keep it going. You can bet the opposition spent a decent amount of time crafting a game plan to stop this guy, because as he goes, so goes the team. You stop him, you've got a chance to win. You don't, you're probably going to lose.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. A bouncer to the left side. Turner over to his left. And there's out number 2. Standing in, Javier Ramirez. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals. Into the box, George Mason. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. No balls and 1 strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see 2 different mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
D-Row, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. Good pitchers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come with all different type of weapons. We're going to see 1 flamethrower and 1 guy that throws below the speed limit.
Rosales is right there. 2 gone. Now at the plate, Eric Austin, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Eric Austin.
Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking his zone, showing a lot of confidence in his stuff. He's got 2 quick outs, and now he's got this guy down 0-2.
Again, he sends it out of play. Now another 0-2. Fouled away. No score here as we play inning number 2. And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. Stepping in, number 1. This will be his first trip to the plate in this one.
Number 1.
He's set. Here it comes. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Ramirez moves over, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Settling in now, Steve Peralta. 7, 8, 9. Bottom of the order set to go here in the 3rd. Rosales is right there, and it's a very quick out number 1. Striding in, Sean Avila. He also had a win last night. In there for strike 1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning. Now at the plate, Todd Richard. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
That's straight smoke at 99, guys. It's almost unfair.
And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Coming to the plate now, Michael Esquivel. He got called out on strikes his last time through. And he connects with it. This one's hit deep out to left center field. And a high bounce will take it over the outfield wall, and he kicks off the inning with a ground rule double. Fastball in there for a called strike.
His approach to the plate right here has to be to the right side. If he gets it through the infield, that tying run might come around, but at the very least, that would get the runner to third with less than 2 outs.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Javier Ramirez, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And a wild throw there as he tried for the backhand, but it got right by him. Throw won't get him. Stepping in for the Cardinals, George Mason, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Fastball called for strike 2. And that's into the corner, a foul ball in right. Hit out towards second. Oh, what a stop on the slide. And give it up on a phenomenal play to retire the side. Cards strand a couple. They're down 1-0. So striding forward now, number 1 comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway.
This is what fires me up right here. You don't get a chance to see this every day of the week. You got the reigning Cy Young Award winner squaring off against the reigning MVP. That's why you pay the price of admission.
Ramirez coasts under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Digging in, Eric Austin. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. Now that we're midway through this one, it's safe to say that runs have been at a premium, and both starters, doing it in different ways, have turned in excellent performances.
Dan, you can speak to this. Obviously, 2 different ways to skin a cat. One's a finesse guy working all 4 quadrants, keeping guys off balance. The other, a flamethrower coming right at you.
Yeah, it's been a story of like 2 different styles of pitches, but both getting the same thing. Both throwing strikes early, keeping the ball down in the zone. As you touched on it, there's more than one way to get around through a lineup, and we've seen one guy with power and one guy do it with more skill and finesse.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A high fastball is in there. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
You know, you think it's an 8-hole hitter right there. You shouldn't be taking that fastball, and you're right. But when you got the pitcher hitting behind you, you sometimes sit off speed because that's the pitch you're usually going to get. The pitcher does not want to get beat by you, and he's not afraid to walk you and hand it over to an AB against the pitcher.
Right down Main Street, caught him looking. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. They trail things here 2-0. Leading off the inning, Todd Richard, and they'll need him to get something going here. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. And it's fouled away. Popped him up. Ullman is in pursuit, and this will land foul. And he fouls this one off. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there to try to be aggressive off this guy, but He's taken full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Stepping in now, Michael Esquivel. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Behind 0-2 now. The 0-2 home. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ballgame.
That's back-to-back punch-outs, and he's really starting to rack them up now, guys. I've got 8 strikeouts in my scorebook for him now, so he's got good stuff.
Into the box now, Miguel Medrano, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's 0-for-2 in the ballgame so far. Fouled off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And another foul ball. Line towards center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Cardinals. Ready once again, number 1. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Late that time for a strike. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Gardner rounds the corner and is headed home. Now the relay home, and not in time as the run scores.
Great piece of hitting here. Man on first, and they're playing him to pull, but he crosses them up and goes the other way with it, making the outfielder cover a lot of extra ground. That allowed the runner to come all the way around from first to score, and that was a great piece of hitting.
Ready for another shot now, Salvador Rosales. He flew out in his last at-bat. Popped him up. Esquivel ranging into the outfield. A dive, and he breaks. Into the box now, Javier Ramirez. He'll start the 7th in what's been a fast-moving pitcher's duel today.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far. That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games, so this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
Standing in now, George Mason. As with 1 away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. A fastball right over the outside corner. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. He struck him out, the 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
Good heater to strike him out there, and he looks absolutely locked in to start this inning. That's back-to-back punch-outs on only 6 pitches.
Now batting, Dana Ramirez. He hits with 2 away as they continue to trail in this close game.
Well, Matt, this has been a big inning on the mound. He's had to face the middle of the order, and so far he's held them at bay.
Yeah, this feels like the kind of inning we'll look back on at the end of the game, even if the result of it changes dramatically here.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Into the box, Eric Austin, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. 0-for-2 for him to this point. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. Cards leave 1. They trail it here 3-0. Leading off the inning, Steve Peralta, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. As we head into the later innings in this game, I think it's safe to say that both starters have given their teams a great chance to win here today.
Wow, Hero, we've seen one power pitcher, one finesse guy, but both of them on point. Two different ways to get through a lineup, and both of them have worked.
Yeah, Dan, tip of the cap to both starters, right? Two different ways. The power guy was on top of his game, not really mincing much, just coming right down the throat at these offensive players. The finesse guy did exactly what he's always done. Move the ball up and down, in and out, and get it to the bullpen.
Link is there, and it's a very quick inning as the side is retired. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Number 1. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned a chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been excited.
And the right fielder is there to make the catch. And the next to bat for St. Louis, Michael Esquivel. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered one hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
Stepping in now, Miguel Medrano, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Lined hard toward right center, and this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
When you're struggling as a team to put the ball in play, every base hit is welcome, but a double will really help wake everyone up. That's just their 3rd hit of the game, but it's a good one.
And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue.
And that's in there for strike 1. And they go away here. It's a cold strike, 0-2.
With 2 strikes and the runners at the corners, this is a big pitch coming up. Got to execute and hope to either get a strikeout or a double play ball to help you get out of this thing.
So he punches him out looking at the fastball. George Mason is retired, and now they're down to their final out in this one. Digging in and looking for more, Dana Ramirez. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Now a swing and a fly ball, and this should do it. And he will make the catch to wrap this one up, and the Nationals have come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over. And tonight's ends as a 3-0 shutout win. Washington took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Number 1 earns the win, his 2nd, as he struck out 13 in this one. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
The final line to our
MLB The Show has baseball on tap from lovely Citi Field in Flushing, Queens. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Washington Nationals and the New York Mets. Almost time for these two to square off right after this. Stepping into the box, Jimmy Prater. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, you know, they're hoping to get more out of the number 6 hitter. I thought they might get a lot more production out of him this year, but I look at the numbers with runners in scoring position, and his batting average is less than 250 in those spots. If you're a guy expected to drive in runs, you're going to have to hit a lot better than that.
In now, Jason Henderson. He'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2. Hit high and deep out to straightaway left. Holman going back on it. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Next for the Mets, Kevin McDaniel, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Rosales has a play, and that ends the inning. Mets strand 1. Into the box now, Steve Casilla. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Now the pitch. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Rosales on the move. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Standing in, Julio Avila, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. And he takes a cold strike up and out over the plate, 0-2.
Let's see if he continues to climb that ladder, or does he try and get him fishing on something bouncing in the dirt?
Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. And right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1. Make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. At the plate, number 1, 9-1-2 due up. Here comes the first pitch. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Legs churning, he's headed for second. And the throw in gets away from him.
When you've got the pitcher leading off an inning, you have to feel pretty confident about getting the first out without much problems. But the pitcher with a bat in his hands had other ideas. Put some solid wood on it and found himself on second with the leadoff double.
Now to the plate, Salvador Rosales. He got on top of one. It was a ground out victim last time. 0-2 count and the pitch. Here's a high pop-up. Henderson waits on it. 1 away. Ready for another chance. Blaine Montgomery. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Montgomery.
Here's a chopper to first. Casilla has it, and he'll take this one to the bag for the out. But meanwhile, the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. Now at the plate, Jeff Holman. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Jeff Holman.
Here it is on 3-0. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings. So stepping in, Earl Link.
Earl Link.
Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. Don't want to forget about it. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Lifted into the air out towards center field. McDonald has a read on it. Makes the catch, and that set to get his evening at the plate started, Alan Romero. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
When a guy's featuring big time velocity like this, you have to be on the fastball. It's your only chance. You'll tip your hat on some nasty off speed stuff, but you gotta be ready for the heat.
Fouled away. Here's another 0-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Steve Montez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. Pitch is popped up. Link is camped under this one. And that's out number 2. Now at the plate, Jimmy Prater. He got called out on strikes his last time through. And it's fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Mets go down 1-2-3. They trail this one 1-0. In now, Maurice McDonald. He reached on a single in his first try. And a ball 1-0. McDonald handles the bat well against right-handed pitching. Doesn't have a lot of pop, but he does make contact, and of course he's always using his wheels to his advantage.
Yeah, and in today's game, how refreshing is it to watch this guy absolutely get down the first baseline? I can't tell you what this does to a defense.
The 1-2. This is in the air to left field. Ullman has a read on it. And that's the first out of the inning. Digging in, Jason Henderson.
Second baseman, Jason Henderson.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
Popped him up. Starnes is calling for it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Digging in, the switch hitter, Kevin McDaniel. He'll swing it from the left side right here. First pitch fastball swung on and missed. 0-1. And he fouls this one off. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Mets. Now in the box, number 1. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. Avila is after it, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. And this is on the ground is short. Could be 2. The second for 1 on to first, so they let the pitcher swing away here, and it turns into a double play. Digging in to try it again, Steve Casilla. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And he gets ahead 0-1. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
That's straight smoke at 99, guys. It's almost unfair.
Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first down. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the 5th, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just one hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Up next for the Mets.
In there, and it's 0-1.
Varela.
Way out in front.
Hey, this offense needs to check themselves right now. They have to find a way to get somebody on base and get this guy out of the stretch and make him a little bit uncomfortable. I mean, they're one strike away from being shut out from 5.
Lifted down the line in left. And they can't run it down. No runs, just one hit, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Ullman sprinting after it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Mets go down 1-2. Next up from New York, Alan Romero will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that. Now, they've been completely overmatched to this point. One hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later innings.
And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
So it was a swinging strike 3. Ricky Schweitzer becomes out number 2 this inning. Into the box now, Jimmy Prater, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. No hits to this point. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
Well, you know you've got it working on the mound when they're swinging right through it, even when you're putting it right down the middle of the strike zone. Not the greatest of game plans, though.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Down in order go the Mets. It remains 1-0. Striding in now for the Nats, number 1. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Line towards center field. McDonald is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the series. Digging in once again, Maurice McDonald. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at-bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Maurice McDonald sent packing to begin the bottom of the inning. At the plate, Jason Henderson. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Second baseman, Jason Henderson.
Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
Chop foul wide of first. Popped him up. And this is taken in for the second out. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Kevin McDaniel. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. 0-1 the count. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And it's 1-2.
Boy, he's been great in this one, and he's only 1 strike away from putting.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Mets go down 1-2-3. They're down 1-0. At the plate, Steve Casilla. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8. Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. French is under it. 1 out. Ready now, Julio Avila. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. No balls and a strike to count. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Fastball that just misses inside.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, you have to expect a certain amount of this. There aren't any easy at-bats at this level, and you really have to learn how to slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
Standing in now, Dane Varela, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Rosales is in pursuit. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Striding in to start the ninth, Alan Romero, and they'll need him to get something going here. Popped him up. Link is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Dave Eddy will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 24.
Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Eddy, originally from New York State, he was selected in the 3rd round back in the 2028 first-year player draft.
Hey, when you come out in the middle rounds, you have to grind for everything, and that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself into a solid big league ball player.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Dave Eddy goes down, and they've got only 1 out left to work with. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Jimmy Prater. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. High in the air out to center field. Rosales moves over, makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Hey, not many pitchers can brag about throwing a one-hit complete game, so hats off for him. But as a pitcher, I know he's going to wonder, like, what might have been. So close to a no-hitter, but it wasn't meant to be. That's baseball for you.
This evening's game finishes 2-0 the final score. Washington took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Number 1 notches his 3rd win of the year, striking out 12 in the process. Steve Montez is settled with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening.
This manager is hoping to stoke the competitive fire of his pitchers.
It's time for baseball on MLB Network from our nation's capital. Welcome inside Nationals Park. Tonight it's game 3 of this 4-game set between the Cincinnati Reds and the Washington Nationals. Nationals baseball starts right now. Number 1 gets the ball for Washington in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Totally dominant in this last start. Turned in a complete game, 1 hitter. We'll see if he's got something similar in store in this one.
So striding in, Sherman Layfield. And We are set for baseball here this evening. Fouled off.
Number 7.
So, guys, these Nationals, as they enter play here tonight, they come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, I know they lost their last game, but you know as well as I do, in this sport, you have to have short-term memory. You have to let it go. They can get it going back in the right direction today.
Second. Right fielder.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Not the warmest night you'll see around here, and even 50 degrees at game time. Ullman is over. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. In now for the Reds, Toby McNamee. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Toward the mound. Oh, and he just throws the glove up there and snares it for out number 3. Reds are down in order. Now it'll be Washington's turn in a scoreless ball game. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Orlando Muriel. And they've got some work to do early on. Down 4-0 already. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Rosales is underneath this one. And he's got it for out number 1.
Time for a look at the curly W on D. And check out the left side of this infield. You think the pitching staff's not going to want to pitch the righties in to pull and the lefties away to go the other way to the left side? That's because everything's getting caught side of this infield. Should be fun to watch.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. And there are 2 away now. Stepping in, Josh Davino, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Davino.
Here's the 0-1. Way out in front.
Hey, this is interesting right here. Got him down 0-2. He's been swinging the heck out of it.
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Reds. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. And now for Washington, number 1. He's ready for his first AB here in this one.
Even though they're up. By a boatload early on in this one. You can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
And guys, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they did get the win last time out, but it hasn't been the best week for them as they've won just twice in their last 6 tries.
Yeah, Matty, this is a classic case of hitting is contagious. They scored a bunch of runs last game. This team is
ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High in the air out to center field. Rosales is there. 1 down. Coming to the plate now, Carlos Gonzalez. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Gonzalez.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
The MO of this pitcher in the early going is certainly establishing the inside part of the plate. He has been dominant. Sometimes you just got to tip your hat if a guy can effectively, consistently pitch inside like he is.
Well, he's really locked in at this point in the game on the bump. So far this inning, 4 pitches and 2 outs. Got the first guy on 1 pitch, then absolutely dominates this at bat with a 3-pitch strikeout.
Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attack.
Swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Reds are down in order. They're down 4-0. Striding into the box, Sherman Layfield comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
You might see a change of game plan right here from the pitcher and catcher. They have to find a way to get these guys off that early count heater. Look for a little bit of change of pace.
And he struck him out. Didn't mess around much in that at bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. Right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
Into the box. Mays as he sends it on the ground to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Here comes the first pitch.
Now batting.
A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
Just a touch outside. 1-2. He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. 1-2-3 go the Reds. They trail here. Digging in now, number 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fouled away. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. Mays will get there, and he puts it away to retire. So here's the cleanup hitter, Orlando Muriel. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he swings here and sends one in the air deep down the right field line. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Hit on the ground to third. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Stepping into the box, Russell Queen. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Queen has all the necessary skills to play great defense on the left side of the infield, and it makes him really fun to watch. He can pick it with the best of them, but what sets him apart is the huge arm. It's accurate, it's incredibly strong, certainly has the ability to uncork a throw and beat a runner when he needs to, and it's impressive to watch.
Yeah, anybody that has the ability to go to their backhand and to absolutely fire a cannon across the infield is a huge asset to have.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Reds are down in order. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Stepping up to the plate, Mario Jimenez. He flew out in his last at-bat. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Hit on the ground out to short. Played on the backhand. And he's safe.
Hey, listen, Dero, they're not going to complain at all. A base hit is a base hit, even though that's an infield single. And hopefully that's a good sign that things are about to turn for them in this one.
Yeah, there hasn't been a fight at the bat rack, per se, Dan, in this one. I don't care what knock. I don't care if it's a swinging bunt or a home run into the streets. This could get the offense going.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right. But what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
William Benitez will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. Right over the middle, knee high. Popped him up. Gardner moving to his left, and he makes the catch for the second out. Back to the top of the Reds lineup now, and stepping in, Sherman Layfield. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Behind 0-2 now. Here it comes, 0-2. Grounder down the line at third. Oh, look at the sliding stop. Hats off to that one. One left for Cincinnati. They're down 4-0. Ready now for Cincinnati. Ryan Mays. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike one. Swing, and he pops him up, and that'll get down for a base hit. So it's an inning opening single to kick off their half of the seventh.
I'll tell you what, D-Row, this guy's been on point. After that knock, that's only their second knock of the game, and it's getting late into this one.
Yeah, it's frustrating. You can see it from the manager to the hitting coach to everyone in this lineup. They are really upset with the way they've swung the bats. Maybe this is the start of something late.
And that's in there for a strike. And this is swung on and missed. And boy, they took care of a key man there. One away.
It's been a really rough day for this lineup. There's really no other way to say it. Not a lot of good scoring opportunities, and when they've had them, like right now, it's just been an uphill battle for them to make anything positive happen.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Lifted in the air out to right. Hopper ranging back, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
He was on cruise control the entire game, but he gets brought back to reality here. An RBI double gets them on the board, and now that they've broken the dam, we'll see if they can generate some more runs going forward.
Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. Now it's cut off, a throw to the plate, and the run will score on the sacrifice fly as they cut the lead in half. 4-2 now.
Center fielder.
Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Hopper is under it, and he makes the catch for out number. So digging in now, number 1. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned the chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
Riding in once again, Carlos Gonzalez. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Swinging a ground ball to third. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Josh Rosales will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning. The average coming in 257, 3 homers and 11 RBIs. Here it comes. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Rosales, a native of the Dominican Republic. He's in his 3rd season as a major league player. And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone.
Stepping in now, Sherman Layfield. And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. Montgomery is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. So Adolfo Rodriguez.
Hey, one of the keys to having a good record at baseball is to win some games at home. So this was a big win to win at home in front of their home crowd.
4-2 the final score tonight. The Nationals put up a 4 spot in the opening frame. It's time for baseball on MLB Network from our nation's capital. Welcome inside Nationals Park. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the New York Mets and the Washington Nationals. It's going to be a premier pitching matchup. Two of the league's hardest throwers go head-to-head next. Number 1 will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matt, this is one of the game's all-time best pitchers. Over 300 career wins, and he's been doing his thing for a long time. It'll be interesting to see if he can continue that solid work in this one today, Matt.
First of 3 here on a Friday night as the first pitch is in there for strike 1. And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game. And now a chance to meet the Mets. Danny, who stands out to you?
You know, I'm looking for a big performance out of that guy in the 6'5". I mean, this guy is a career 300 hitter. You talk about consistent. He delivers a good at-bat and clutch hits basically every time he walks into the box. I love watching this guy.
53 degrees here at game time as it's cooled off considerably since batting practice this afternoon. Gardner shading to his right, and he brings it in on the warning track. So coming to the plate, Jason Henderson, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. No balls and a strike to count. Windup and the 0-2 pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. Ullman moving to his left. And that's the third out. And next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Kevin McDaniel. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Kevin McDaniel.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Well, fans of good pitching are in for a treat today. What can we expect from today's matchup, guys?
I know everyone loves the long ball, Matty, but this is why I pay the price of a ticket right here. Two of the game's best, two of the hardest throwers compete at the top of their game. Dan, you have to love this stuff.
You know, D-Row, we thought coming into this one it was going to be a low-scoring affair. Both of these pitchers look like they're locked in early, and runs are going to be really difficult to come by. They both look like they're on point so far.
Steve Casilla is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. Popped him up. French has room in foul territory. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Stepping up now, Julio Avila. Pair of hits in 5 trips to the plate in yesterday's game. 0-1 the count. Behind 0-2 now. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. Down in order go the Mets. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Digging in, Dane Perella. He'll stand in to open things up here in the third. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Hit high and deep to right center. Schaffer on the move. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. First delivery to him on the way. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Popped him up. Gardner waits on it, and he makes the catch for the second out. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Mitch Chin. First pitch coming. Here it is. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
That's straight smoke at 99, guys. It's almost unfair.
And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Mets go down 1-2-3. Into the box, number 1. First trip to the plate for him in the ball game.
Number 1.
Oh, and now look at this. The pitcher gives one a ride to deep left. Gone! solo shot here to left. First home run of the campaign for him. As the Nationals strike first, it's 1-0.
Only the first hit of the night, but it was a big one. He absolutely punished that mistake, and you have to wonder if that will open the floodgates a little.
Standing in, Maurice McDonald. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Mets.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
Ricky Schweitzer will stand in for the second time now. Called strike, it's 0-1. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Last pitch was a fastball, tries to double up with the same piece of cheese, and it gets turned around. Nice piece of hitting.
Ready with the 0-1. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. And it's fouled away. The next 0-2. And he fouls this one off. The 0-2 once more. Just got a piece up the line. Reined in to second for 1, but they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first. Here's the first pitch to him. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Schaffer has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And the run will score on the sacrifice fly as that'll square things at 1-1.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse, and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Behind 0-2 now. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So they pick up a run on 2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Julio Avila. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. So earlier in the broadcast we mentioned that we might be seeing a pitcher's duel today, and these two guys have certainly delivered on that promise.
Yeah, Matty, executing a game plan to a T. Both guys with big power arms, establishing the fastball and then using their off speed to get these guys and keep them honest.
You know what, Dero, in the day and age where we're seeing a lot of high-scoring games, it's kind of refreshing to see two pitchers on point like they are in this one. Runs going to be at a premium. Both these guys look super locked in.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Julio Avila is retired to kick off the inning. Into the box now, Dane Varela. Well hit to right, but that's a foul ball. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Fastball called for strike 2. Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Yeah, it really does, Matt, but this offense isn't helping him too much. It sort of feels like the next team to score is going to win this thing.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Dane Varela goes down for out number 2 in the top half. In now, Alan Romero. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Popped him up. Gardner has a play. And that ends the inning. Stepping in, number 1. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Hit the other way out toward right field. Avila waits on it. He hauls it in, and the potential go-ahead run will not. So here's the Mets pitcher, Mitch Chin. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Get Weekly back to the mound. Montgomery is up with it. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Now back to the top of the Mets order, digging in Maurice McDonald. He singled his last time up. No balls and 1 strike. And with His speed, forget it. It's an infield single. Here's the first pitch to him. And this one's tapped foul at home plate.
Boy, that's what wheels can do for you, Dero. You can see this right here on this replay. He just simply outruns the White Rabbit. He just outruns the baseball.
Yeah, it's beautiful to watch. You know why? Because this is the one tool you can't teach. You can take countless ground balls. You can hit till your hands bleed. But if you got no wheels, newsflash, you got no wheels.
In there, strike one.
This is a situation where the offensive player just needs to do his job. Take inventory, infield back, get you a ground ball somewhere in the infield, preferably off the corners, and get your team a lead.
He throws him on the fastball there. Jason Henderson goes down for out number 2 in the top half.
It's been a really rough day for this lineup. There's really no other way to say it. Not a lot of good scoring opportunities, and when they've had them, like right now, it's just been an uphill battle for them to make anything positive happen.
Fouled away. The 0-2 home. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Big spot right here. That's a great pitch.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Back-to-back strikeouts keep them out of danger. More baseball on MLB Network right after. Settling in now, Steve Casilla. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. He throws him on the fastball there. Steve Casilla is retired to kick off the inning. And now pitch on the way. Swing and a little tapper. That rolls foul for strike 1. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
Schaffer is over near the line now as he makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. Down in order go the Mets. Our score remains 2-1. Mike Bell will get the call.
Hey, we were really treated to a good one today. Bottom of the 8th proved to be the difference, though, and a good job here in the 9th to close the book on this one.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. The Washington Nationals rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Number 1 earns his 5th winner of the year, picking up 11 strikeouts along the way. Mitch Chin pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Adolfo Rodriguez earns the save out of the bullpen, his 10th. So that'll put a wrap on things here this season. From the city of brotherly love, MLB The Show has baseball from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Today, the 3rd and final game in this 3-game series between the Washington Nationals and the Philadelphia Phillies. This should be a fun battle to watch, and it'll take place right after this. Enrique Encarnacion will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matt, this guy was pretty good in this last one. He lasted into the 7th inning. He ended up taking the loss, but he pitched awfully well, and sometimes a line score can be deceiving. He pitched much better than taking a loss pitching into the 7th inning.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Digging in now for Philadelphia, William McCabe, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
William McCabe.
Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
That's straight smoke at 99, guys. It's almost unfair.
Popped him up. And there's out number 2. Now at the plate, Pedro Guevara. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Hit out towards second. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends. Striding in, number 1. He readies for his first plate appearance. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Base hit, line drive into the corner. 1 run scores. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. And the second run will score as that makes it a 2-0 ball game.
Are you kidding me right here? The pitcher gets a 2 RBI base hit that breaks the tie and gives them a 2-run lead.
You know, there's an old theory that a swinging bat is a dangerous bat no matter who swings it. The last thing they were thinking of, the opposing pitcher was going to drive in too.
Here now the 2-2. Lifted into center field. York is there. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So it's 2 runs on. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Leading off for the Phillies,
Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Fernando Acosta.
There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
So here's how the Washington Nationals are positioned defensively. And guys, can we focus on something real quick? There's 3 of them out there. 3 gold gloves on the defensive side of the ball. That's just special right there. Look for some highlight reel plays in this one.
Back with a fastball up and away that swung on and missed. 0-2.
Boy, so far early into this one, this guy's pitching really well, and I'm a big believer in body language. He's getting the ball, he's working really quick, keeping the ball down in the zone, and if you take a look at this guy so far early on, a lot of positive signs. He looks like he brought his good stuff in this one.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Warren York becomes out number 2 this inning. Standing in now, Jason Colton, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Strike 2.
Hey, you find yourself down 0-2, you've got to grind a little.
Looking at a fastball to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. The city's founder will. Here's the first pitch to him. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Schaffer moves over. He's got it 1 away. Now at the plate, Benny Malloy. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And that swung on and missed for strike 1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Sometimes you just can't overthink it. If a guy can't hit a certain pitch in a certain quadrant, why would you throw him anything else? Case in point, this guy's cold zone is away, and this pitcher keeps attacking that exact spot.
Well, he's really locked in at this point in the game on the bump. So far this inning, 4 pitches and 2 outs. Got the first guy on 1 pitch, then absolutely dominates this at bat with a 3-pitch strikeout.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. The 0-2 once more. Popped him up. And he gets there as he had a lot of ground to cover that. Coming to the plate now, number 1. He was able to plate 2 with a base hit in his first appearance. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit on the ground out to short. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey, we came into this one wondering how he was going to throw on the mound. That all goes out the window. He just mixed in his second knock of the game. He's going to be smiling for a while on this.
So the Nats lineup turns over, and to the plate, Salvador Rosales. He flew out in his last at-bat. Got to find the strike zone. Here's the 3-0. And that low, ball 4. Digging in.
What's up, over the stream? How are you? Thanks for coming to my stream. Appreciate it. If you like strikeouts, that's me.
2 with the bases loaded. Oh, and it misses, ball 4, and that will force home a run.
And this is a great example of what happens when you can't find the strike zone. The first walk of the inning looked harmless enough, but this one brings a runner home. Self-inflicted wounds are always the hardest to swallow.
And he'll step on first himself for the out. So striding forward now, number 1, and a chance now to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 gone. Line towards center field, and that's in there. Base hit. Now a long throw home, and he's out. Beautiful throw home to cut down the run, but so next to the plate for the Phils, Guillermo Armas. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first down. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. Right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. That gets down, and the Phillies' first hit of the game is going to be for extra bases. He hits the corner and tries for third.
Bastard.
And will make it into third with a 1-out triple. So there goes the no-hit bid as they finally get their first knock of the game.
Better late than never, huh? It was a memorable first hit, too. I thought maybe he was going to be content to stop at second, but no way. He barrels into third with a triple. Maybe that wakes up the dugout, too.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Boy, he's got great stuff today, doesn't he? That's 7 punch-outs now here in the middle innings. He's up over 1 an inning up to this point. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can change their plan of attack and start to put the ball in play. But right now, that's just not happening.
Into the corner and slicing foul. With runners in scoring position this season, Acosta is carrying around batting average in the 320s. Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Philadelphia. Digging in for his second at-bat, Oren York. Leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy in the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
Rosales will slide over and put this one away, and that's out number 1. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. Holton, a Canadian native. He's currently in the first year of a new 2-year contract.
I know this ain't a ton of, certainly better than a 1-year deal. A 2- to 3-year deal puts yourself in a position where you can really invest in this team.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Popped him up. Nunez is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Ready once again, number 1. And an opportunity here for a 4th plate appearance here this afternoon. And you have to say, he's really earned it. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. And that Into the box now, Benny Malloy to start things out in their half of the sixth as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. One hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Chopped weakly to the left. And a good throw gets him one gone. Kenny Rohrbaugh will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 95.
Swung on and missed for the first strike. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
And the pinch hitter will not be able to advance the cause, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, right fielder.
Hit hard to third.
Armour.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. Ready for another shot now, William McCabe. He tripled earlier, making him 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Ready with another 0-2. Popped him up. Nunez in foul ground, and that's the first out of the inning. Now batting, Pedro Guevara. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Nunez is over now, and he's got it for route number 2. Stepping into the box, Fernando Acosta, and he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1, and it's fouled away. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Phillies down in order. Into the box now, Warren York. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Oh, just a brutal pop, and it goes right by him. Throwing to second. The tag, and he's nabbed, trying for 2. At the plate, Jason Holton. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. A little party there. No balls and a strike.
Well, you know you've got it working on the mound when they're swinging right through it, even when you're putting it right down the middle of the strike zone. Not the greatest of game plans, though.
Now a fastball is foul tipped, but held onto behind the plate, and he becomes a strikeout victim as there are 2 away now.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? What's even more impressive, no walks up to this point, so he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
No balls and a strike to count. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready. This guy is not throwing a ton of pitches. He's confident in his stuff. He's pounding the zone. He's got 2 quick outs. You better pull the trigger.
And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for. Standing in, number 1. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now. First offering on its way. Try to check it, and it's 0-1.
This is what fires me up right here. You don't get a chance to see this every day of the week. You got the reigning Cy Young Award winner squaring off against the reigning MVP. That's why you pay the price of admission.
Soft liner to the right side, and that is going to sneak on through into right. It's a 1-out single.
Hey, I've been impressed with this guy. Not only has he thrown the ball well, but now he's mixing in a base hit late in the game, giving his manager options. Whether or not he wants to pinch run, keep him in there, go to the relief. I mean, he's opened up a whole weaponry box for the manager.
I'm set with the 0-1. Now a bunt attempt here. Only play to first, so the sacrifice works that time. Ready for another chance. Blaine Montgomery, runner in scoring position with two gone.
Blaine Montgomery.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Now to the plate, Benny Malloy, starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Eddie Sierra will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a one-out hit. So a base hit from the pinch hitter will send him back to the top of the order with one away in the inning. Stepping in now, Guillermo Armas.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guy swinging first pitch.
Now, one of the things you want to do, D-Rose, you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first two pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the third time.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
So stepping in, William McCabe. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to, and he will make the catch to wrap this one up. And the Nationals have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over. 10-0, the final shutout score in this one. The Washington Nationals put a 10 spot on the scoreboard in this one. Number 1 earns his 6th winning decision in this one, and it's a dandy, a complete game 3-hit performance. Enrique Encarnacion was slapped with 8 earned runs as he takes the loss. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan, please.
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
Time now for baseball on the show. We're live at Nationals Park here in Washington, D.C. Tonight, the second of 4 between the L.A. Dodgers and the Washington Nationals. The Nats aim to notch their 7th win in a row right after this. Number 1 is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Nationals. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, it's not too hard to figure out why this guy's one of the top pitchers having a big year. Look at that ERA, sub 1.0 ERA on the season. He's been nearly untouchable up to this point, and we should have a fun time watching this guy do what he does on the mound today in this one.
Slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. So, guys, these Nationals, as they enter play here tonight, they've run their win streak up to 6 in a row now, and they're really playing some inspired baseball.
Yeah, Matty, this is one of those special moments throughout the course of the season where everyone kind of looks around the clubhouse and takes stock. 6 in a row, you have a chance to rattle off a 7. You start saying, hey, maybe something special is going to happen this summer.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square, pointed towards the pitcher. That'll keep everything on plane.
Next up for Los Angeles, Alejandro Aparicio, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. The 0-1 pitch. A cold strike on the inside corner.
The guy on the mound must have a different scouting report than we have right here. This looks like a beautiful situation for a double play right here, but he continues to pound up in the zone.
So he punches him out looking at the fastball. Alejandro Aparicio goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Next for the Dodgers, Mario Pietra. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Throw to second for the force out and the side is retired. One left for LA. And now the Nationals get their first opportunity. No score. Now at the plate, Ken Bromberg. He went hitless last night in a game where his guys could push across only one score. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. In now, Kelvin Denny. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Line towards center field. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
He's been cold. Batting average fell below 230, but that knock might have put him in a positive frame of mind. Hopefully that's the start of something big.
This is skied into short left center. Ullman comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 2. Now at the plate, Mike Marquez. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and unfortunately, he let that one go.
High in the air and deep to straightaway left. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. Into the box now, Roscoe Wallace. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
When you're facing a guy with this many pitches in his repertoire, I say throw him.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. So it's 2 runs here on 2. Now in the box, Ken Takahashi. He'll step in to lead it off in the top of the 3rd. And this pitch is right down the middle, strike 1. Takahashi has what you'd call elite speed. His legs are a big part of his game on both sides of the scorecard.
This is one tool, Matty, I know nothing about. I used to get to first base, hand my batting gloves to the first base coach, give daps to the first baseman and be like, yo, what's up? This guy gets on first base and he's thinking about second and third.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Ken Takahashi goes down for the first out here in inning number 3. Into the box, Manuel Ramirez. Now a ball hit high in the air, deep down the line in left, hooking just a little, and it's a foul ball. And another foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. Hit back up the middle. Oh, he makes the stop. He goes to first. Got him.
Oh, man, once it got past the pitcher, I figured it was a base hit, but then the shortstop comes out of nowhere to make the diving stop. That was incredible.
In now, Alejandro Aparicio. Popped him up. Nunez over to his left. And that's the 3rd out. Striding in now for the Nats, number 1. He'll get his first shot with the bat here.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And there's one down now. Digging in, Mario Piedra.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to...
There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. And it's gone as they add still
another. What the
fuck,
he won
his
man?
Last start, but he didn't give up any long balls. He's already given up 2 here, so he's got his work cut out for him if he's going to get the W in this one. He's going to have to start keeping the ball in the yard for starters.
Now another one hit deep to left. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first out. First pitch of the at-bat. Right over the middle, knee high. Second. Starnes loves it. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Digging in to try it again. Rob Fisher, he flew out in his last at-bat. Grounded back up the middle. Montgomery scoops it up. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Mike Marquez. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. Starnes is in his tracks now, and very quickly one gone. So here now is the pitcher, Roscoe Wallace. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Oh, and that is right down the middle for strike 2.
These are the at-bats that can just flat out frustrate you. You go up there with a plan to work the count. Now you find yourself down 0-2 scratching your head because every quadrant's open for the pitcher.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Now back to the top of the Dodgers order. Digging in, Ken Takahashi. And that misses for ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. And there's a line drive base hit to left field. So the 2-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive. Digging in once again, Manuel Ramirez. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Fly ball out toward left center field. Calling for it, Rosales. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 1 hit. At the plate, number 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit the other way out toward right field. Marquez is there, and that's the 3rd out. At the plate, Alejandro Aparicio. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
Alejandro Aparicio.
Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
And there's the first out. And next will be the Dodgers cleanup hitter, Mario Piedra.
The last at-bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Ready now, Ken Bromberg.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustment.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Dodgers down in order. They lead it 3-0. Stepping in, Kelvin Denny, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Kelvin Denny.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Lifted in the air out to right. The seventh inning starts with a fly out here, 1 away. Coming to the plate now, Rob Fisher. He got on top of one. It was a ground out victim last time. In there for strike 1, 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2. On a line, that's a base hit. Now the National skipper's up out of the dugout.
Some more good work out of the bullpen as he notches his 10th save of the season right there. Nice.
That shit whack. That shit whack. That shit garbage. That shit whack. How they belted 3 home runs off me, man. That shit whack. Belted 3 home runs off me, man. I mean, literally belted 3 home runs. That shit whack. That shit whack. Belted 3 home runs off me, man. That shit whack. About 3 home runs off me, literally.
It's time for baseball on.
That's how they won the game.
From our nation's capital.
They put me against motherfuckers that are fucking gods, man. God pitching, man.
Between the Miami Marlins and the Washington Nationals. 2 great hitters lead their teams to battle. Next on MLB Network. Number 1, the California-born right-hander is on the mound. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, this guy keeps his team in the ball game. He's won 2 of his last 3 starts, so he's been throwing the ball really well. And one of the keys for this guy is getting early outs to keep his pitch count down. If he can do that, he should be able to get into the 7th or 8th inning in this one here today.
Fellas, the Nationals, as they take the field here today, they've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, D-Roll? Try to get on a kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah, Dan, they were able to shower that first loss off in the first game of this series and had a nice bounce back game yesterday. Let's see if they can steal the series right here.
Hit on the ground toward the left. Pierce takes it in, and that's the 2nd out. Up next for Miami, Nori Saito. First chance for him here in the top of the 1st with nobody on. No balls and 1 strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. And a fastball swung on, missed, and his side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. Ready now for the Marlins, Pablo Dominguez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Behind 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Time for a look at the curly W on D. And I want to tell you, when looking over the statistics on this starting pitcher right here, one thing that jumps off the page at you is the fact that he leads the National League in strikeouts. And that's all well and good. What you need to focus on is the fact that sometimes you can fall into a lull on the defensive side if you know your guys punching guys out left and right. They're going to have to stay on their toes, stay engaged in this one, and make sure nothing gets by.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Joe McManus goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Here's the first pitch to him. Check swing grounder to the right side. Starnes charging this one. He had a close play at first, but he's called out of the side. Striding into the box, Jonas Espinoza. He'll get to take his first cuts here. 0-1 the count. Don't know waiting for there. It's 0-2.
Talk about challenging a guy. He offered up 2 in a row.
And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And he's going to make the catch on the warning track. A fine running play there for the first out. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Both teams so far yet to crack the hit column. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third. Coming to the plate now, the pitcher for the Marlins, Abraham Acosta. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
This is what makes him so dangerous as a pitcher. 5 weapons that he can go to, and he's working ahead in the count.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play. So striding in, number 1, ready to get his day at the plate started right here. Here's the first pitch to him, and he fouls this one off. Comes set, and the 0-1. I think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2.
This is what fires me up right here. You don't get a chance to see this every day of the week. You got the reigning Cy Young Award winner squaring off against the reigning MVP. That's why you pay the price for admission.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, don't let the fact that this guy's on the mound fool you right here. This guy has a nice approach at the plate, knows what he's doing, has history. I'm not surprised he was able to mix in the base.
Digging in now, Salvador Rosales. He got called out on strikes his last time through. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Calling for it, Anders. 2 gone. Stepping into the box, Roosevelt Starnes. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third.
Roosevelt Starnes.
Ready on 0-2. Popped up. Crocker has a play, and that ends the inning. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A cold strike on the inside corner. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
You froze him on the fastball there. Reggie Crocker goes down to become the first out here in the fourth.
Oh, man, he's been absolutely getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he can make any adjustments.
0 for 1 for him here in this one. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Boy, it's been a rough go through these middle innings so far. This offense right now really doesn't have an answer for anything that he's throwing. He's attacking up, down, in and out in the strike zone. He's been awfully dominant up to this point.
And the Marlins had their first hit of the game.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah. And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors. Stepping up to the plate, Joe McManus comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Fastball right back to the mound. And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag. First pitch of the at-bat. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Hopper is going to get there. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone. So digging in now, Jonas Espinoza. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here comes the 0-1. A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul. Working for the punch out and the offering. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's up near the top, currently tied for 2nd in that category in the National League. Lionel Anders is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 1 left for Miami. They're on the short. Riding in once again, number 1, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th. Hit out to a second. And that's the first out. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Abraham Acosta, will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced? And it's been fantastic. We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
And he'll put this one away for the first out of the inning. Back to the top of the Miami lineup now, and stepping in, Reggie. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And the 6th inning is progressing quickly here, now 2 away. So coming to the plate, Dwayne Burton.
I know there's 2 outs right here, but your job as the number 2 hole hitter, especially with the monsters hitting behind you, find a way to get on base. Maybe a little 2-out lightning on the horizon. Even though that pitcher was able to execute in off the plate, the batter was able to keep his hands inside that baseball and drive it up the middle.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. Squared that one up just a little late. 0-2 pitch is swung on and lifted in the air out to center field. Rosales will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move. And so here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Pablo Dominguez. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
The difference between 0-1 and 1-0 is so monumental, and this guy has been on top of his game all day, attacking the zone and getting ahead of his hitters.
And solid contact there as this ball is belted high in the air out to left. And that's off the left field wall. And there's your tying run at second base with a 1-out double.
Wow, when I heard that and saw it leave his bat, I thought we were going to be all tied up, but it just didn't have enough to get out of here, so he's going to have to settle for a double. Tying run on second, and now things are officially getting interesting.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1. Fly ball right down the line in left. Ullman is there to make the catch, and they'll get out of this with the lead intact. Marlins leave 1. They trade. In now for Washington, number 1. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned the chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
He came to play today, not just only on the bump right there. He's thrown the ball well, but on the offensive side of the ball, he's able to contribute and help this offense put itself in position to score some more runs.
Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Salvador Rosales. He got on top of one. It was a ground out victim last time. A dive, but he's back. 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error thus far for the Nationals. Runner goes for second. Pitch inside. The throw And he is out at second. Julio Flores will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Starnes ranging up the middle. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
Oh, shit.
Play Styles will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. Oh, on the ground is short. Could this be two? One there. Back to first, and a costly at-bat there as the possible tying run is erased on the double play.
Coming on as a pinch hitter is a tough spot to be in, but that's the last thing you want to do when your skipper calls on you. Not going to be happy about that.
Standing in now, Reggie Crocker, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Ullman is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. 4 pitches, all it takes to do in the Marlins. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Dwayne Burton, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. No balls and a strike to count. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on it.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Dwayne Burton becomes the first out in the 9th inning.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame.
If this doesn't boost your confidence on the mound, I'm not sure what does. That's 6 pitches and 2 strikeouts in the inning. That was a really nice fastball for the punch out on that one.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Pablo Dominguez. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answers to the great pitching so far in this one.
That fires me up right there. What a clutch AB, a 2-out single to get the tying run to the plate. That's all you can ask for.
Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon. This is lifted out to left. Ullman is under it, makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Wow, not only are complete games rare in this day and age of Major League Baseball, but a complete game shutout. This guy was in total command from the first inning through the 9th. Totally dominant in this one.
A 2-0 finish today. Washington took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Number 1 earns win number 7 on the season, picking up 11 strikeouts along the way. Abraham Acosta settled with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. So that'll just about do it. For my partners Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching a presentation of MLB Network.
Alright, back. I'm gonna end the stream. See you later.